All right. Let's jump into this thing. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're watching this at. So we're into another lesson from our ear training series. In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to make it a little less stiff and a little more funky. Add a little bit more soul to your groove, whether this in gospel, whether this in whatever you're doing. So, all right, so let's jump. I'm going to be using this backing track, and I did put this backing track in the description of this video already, but I will also try to remember to pin it in the comments. It's called Get Funky. I don't know. That's just what came to my mind. I did this. This is about 5 years ago. All right, so this track is in the bass player's favorite key, E minor. All right, so we're gonna be rocking out good. Yeah. So everybody, I see you in the comments already. Feel free to join in. All right, so let's jump right into this thing. So this groove is pretty straightforward. I will show you this line, so hang around all the way to the end, because I will show you this the line that I'm doing. That I will show you that. So here's the groove in context. You know what it is. If you've been here before, this is our live ear training session. It's kind of where we jam, it's where we shed, that kind of thing. So if you don't have your bass out already, get your bass, plug it up. Let's go. Let's jump in. Let's do this thing. All right, so here we go. So the biggest thing I want y'all to notice is how that one drops on the downbeat. And so we want to pay attention to that throughout everything we're doing. We want to keep that consistent groove, make that one feel good every single time. No matter what else you do, get back to the one. All right. And so again, we're in E. We're in E minor. All right, so let's get into it. Here we go. All right, so what am I working through today on this particular video or this particular jam session? So some of the things I'm working through that I've been kind of trying to work through this week are consistency. So with the groove like this, it's I would say it's easy, because we'll get to the lick that I'm playing, but I will say it's easy, so to speak, to play the lick and perfect the lick, but to really just lock in. Sometimes we don't spend as much time as we need on just really locking in and making sure that groove feel really good and really consistent all the way throughout, and just making sure everything is important, like those notes, the individual notes, the individual ghost notes. So I'll slow down this groove a little bit just so you can hear what I'm doing. So we're playing, and I'm gonna try to show a little bit more of my right hand. I had a comment not too long ago. Somebody was saying they'd love to see a little bit more of my right hand, what I'm doing there. So I'm gonna try to turn this bass a bit so you can see a little bit more what's happening with my right hand. All right, so we'll have right here. So right? So again, that groove slow. Sometimes it's easier to play this stuff fast than it is slow, and that's the point that I'm talking about. We want to make sure that, like, as we're slowing it down, if we played this groove at half the speed, it shouldn't lose any of the groove, any of the feel to it. So as we're improving our feel, it's all that little stuff. I put out a video early part of this week that was dealing with how to improve your feel, so be sure to go back and watch that video. I'm dropping a lot of content for you guys, so be sure to chime into this stuff so that y'all can catch it, y'all can stay updated on all the stuff I'm doing. So anyway, here we go. So notice there's some ghost note work happening there in the right hand. So really kind of key in and listen to that. So I'm not playing. Even though that's cleaner in essence, when you're playing like in a studio session, that would be much cleaner. But if you can kind of work on those ghost notes and being able to kind of get everything to sync a lot better. So like if we're doing slow. So play that groove with me if you have it already, and I'm gonna go through it a few times just to make sure we're locking in. Let's like play it a little slow and just making sure we're locking in. So basically I'm playing E to that flat 7, 6, flat 7, just regular major pentatonic, right? So that's all the teaching I'm gonna do right there. So anyway, so we're playing that. When you got it, join in with me. Okay, let me turn these notifications off on my computer because it's gonna keep coming through that speaker. All right, so let's do it again. We're gonna play it slow. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. So I'll implement those real quick. That little chromatic walk. And notice I'm kind of pedaling with that pointer finger. I'm kind of pedaling off of that. I'm not doing it every time. I'm doing like every other. All right, let's do it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk it up. So most of you should have that line already. I've played it enough, but just in case you don't, so here's the line, the breakdown. We're playing off that major pentatonic, like a more so like a blues, major blues. So, and we'll come back and catch that flat 7, right? I slide down to the A there and catch it because it's an easier pull off for me, but we can also do it this way. And that's more pull offs. It's a different tonality to it, and it's like you take your pick on which one you like, but you can do it either way. So again, I go 2, 3, 4. 2, and that pull off that I keep missing is that G to A flat. It's not that, it's G to A flat. So, well, we're talking the key of, for my theory people, we're talking the key of E. So it'll be that G to G sharp. Two, 3, let's do it again. 2, 3, do it again. I just switched up the placement. 4. Do it again. 2, 3, let's do it again. 2, 3, do it again. 2, 3, 4. And we want to work on precision. Make it feel good. 2, 3, 4. That was rushed. 2, 3, 4. So shorten the notes up this time. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. I'm keep messing up. I can do it in the context of the group. 1, 2, let's do it again. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And so the idea of this, when I'm doing exercises like this, I'm going to keep going over it and over it and over it and over it. What's this? The saying that says, amateurs practice until they get it right and professionals practice until they can't get it wrong. So obviously I played this, I told y'all this track was 5 years old, but that's another lick in that open E. I don't play in open E a lot, so I don't play this lick a lot. Now I play that, well, I'm sorry, I don't play this lick in open E a lot. So it's something, you got so much stuff, and I want to point this out, you got so much stuff in your arsenal that maybe you forgot about. So if you don't record yourself playing, or you don't have any recordings or access to the stuff that you're doing, you should. You should start recording yourself, because you got some really nice stuff, I bet, in your arsenal that you done forgot about. Like this right here. This is a lick. I like this lick, but I don't play it. I don't ever play this lick. So being able to work this stuff out, dust it off, get the cobwebs off of it, and work it back into your arsenal, letting it be something that you play. And again, in this type of exercise, we're working at it and working at it and working at it at various speeds. I probably would have a metronome in my own personal practice time right now, slowing it down and really, really digging into it, and, making sure that I'm working it into the groove. All right, so let's keep moving, and we're going to start trading off in this particular thing. Now that we got the whole groove, we got the whole lick, let's put it all together. Come on, stay in there. Go ahead and take one more. There was a shock on you. Take one more. If you open up, make sure it feels good. Come on, line right here. Your turn. Make sure that bass line really sits in the groove. And you're feeling everything around you. Line right here. Keep going. Open up this time around. Don't be scared of messing up. Gotta just get back to that one. Make that downbeat feel good. Hey, one more time. let me make mention of this. This is something over the years, I love these again because I get to address stuff that I do real time and just kind of help you guys with it. If you're struggling like me in areas, like I kind of shy away. Like I do this picking thing. Obviously, I play guitar as well. And for years, when I became a professional bassist, because many people from back home knew me as a guitar player, I did more gigs on guitar. But when I took bass serious and became a professional bass player, and I really started like digging in on bass, I tried to make sure that I got as far away from a guitar as I could, because I didn't want, that's just a guitar player on bass, that's just a guitar player trying to play the bass. I didn't want that. So I just kind of pushed away all of my guitar knowledge and just like focus on like learning the bass like it was a completely new instrument. And it was. But the truth is, I kind of come up playing both of them at the same time. After about 3 years of playing guitar, I had picked up bass and I was just figuring it out. But I didn't have the correct form. So all this being said, there are some elements of guitar that work for my bass playing that I kind of shy away from, like this picking thing that I do. That I like it. I can pick with my thumb, but sometimes I like the tonality of picking with my finger. So when I'm doing, it looks like I'm holding a pick, but I'm actually not. I'm just using this fingernail, and I do it sometimes. It's a different tonality from my thumb, because I can pick with both. But I kind of like when I can take my finger, it gives me a more muted plucking type of, and then I can also, with that, I can mute with the palm of my hand. Like, so I'm doing this. It looks like I'm using a pick. And again, so I kind of stay away from it at times. I did stay away from it at times because I didn't want people to think, oh, he's playing with a pick. Not that it's that dumb bass player stuff that we do, worrying about what peers think, and it's pointless. But the point is that I'm making with this, if you got something that's unique to you that works for what you do it. Just perfect whatever it is that you're doing. Don't worry about what somebody else is going to say, like I have in the past. So I stayed away from it, where this is a natural, because I played guitar so long, this is a natural motion for me that I can control with the picking. So like I can do that, but again, it's one of those things I stayed away from because I didn't want people pointing their finger at me. Hey, you a guitar player on bass? Yeah, I am, but I'm also a bass player that can play guitar. So whatever your thing is, don't get caught in this nonsense about what people's opinion is. As long as you sounding like what you're supposed to sound like on that instrument, that groove ain't going nowhere. Let's put it in context. Just for my critics, let's put it in context and see if it still feels good. If you feel like you're missing the bass, y'all let me know in the comments. Like it or trash it. I already got what I'm gonna do, but I just want to know from from the bass player community's perspective. Like it or trash it. Here we go. Uh, and there's another thing, like, uh, while I'm doing it, a player comes to mind, phenomenal player here in Atlanta, Jeremy Thompson. He's a phenomenal drummer. I don't know what all he played, but Jeremy plays. He plays bass, and he's known for playing with his thumb. I'm trying to think. He used to play with for a while. My guy that passed away. I'm sorry, y'all, I can't think his name, but it's really, really known choir here in Atlanta. Some of you guys may know who I'm talking about. Kevin Lemons, I want to say. But anyway, Jeremy Thompson played bass with him for years. Phenomenal. And Jeremy came over to my house years ago, and we were talking about, just him playing with his thumb. Because I remember I started with my thumb. My brother and I, Ken, we started playing with our thumbs. And then years later, we switched over to playing with our fingers. And some of you may play with your thumb as well. And maybe that's something that you kind of struggle with, thinking that, man, I need to get away from my thumb. Maybe you need to just master that and also be able to have, the accessibility to play with your fingers as well. I would encourage that if you can play with your fingers, and definitely, because that's going to ultimately give you a little bit more control, a little bit more speed, tonality options. That thumb, though, I often use my thumb when I'm playing like more of a palm muted kind of thing. And I've learned over the years how to kind of alternate between the plucking finger and the thumb. So all of those things that you have that maybe that started out as some bad habits, you can develop those things into something that's unique to you. So that's the point I'm making with all of this. Like, as you're in your practice time, don't just throw away all the stuff that you've had or the stuff that you've learned over the years, because I can't tell you the amount of bass players that I've had one-on-one sessions with. And it's like, man, I got a bunch of bad habits that I need to undo. And I get the sentiment of what they mean by that. But now maybe you got a bunch of things that you've learned that you need to perfect or get better at doing these things so that they don't come off sounding like a bunch of bad habits, right? And so maybe that's some stuff that's part of your unique technique that you have that you need to learn how to perfect. So that's my little 2 cents to you guys on that and working with that. Let's do one more round where we trading off with this particular track, and we're going to be out. This is our shed for the day. And do some more practice. Don't let this be the only thing you do today, but hopefully you've learned something very, very valuable from this today. All right, so let's go back. Let's jump in this thing. If you're just joining me for whatever reason, you're late. We're in the key of E. All right, so here we go. I forgot the original groove. Ready? You. Johnny said it gives that Jamaica funk vibes. I got you. You keep going. Try to lock in. Don't be afraid to move around the groove with some other stuff. Man, I wish I could hear y'all. On you. Last time. All right, that's it. That's it. That's the whole thing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this groove or this shed session today. And again, hopefully there was something that I said or done in this that really helped you to kind of open your brain up and turn on a light bulb, if you will, to help you in your journey as you continue to improve. So again, in these things, these are, if you're new to this for whatever reason, it's your first time stumbling across one of these videos that I'm doing. Yes, these videos are really raw, unedited, unfiltered. You're getting me in real time, and I'm also with you in the shed working through some stuff. So each time I was doing that, I'm noticing in my mind, that was not it. But we got to keep going because we're treating it like we're playing this stuff live. And if you're in a live show and you didn't land it, like, you got to keep going. So we want to make sure that we don't just stop. Like, I kind of ventured out and played some stuff. Some of it worked, some of it didn't work. But we're going to figure out how to get out of it and how to keep the groove going, and also not freak out because you didn't land a lick or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're trying to do. But the best thing to do is to do this in your practice time, like using these backing tracks and that kind of thing. If you have the option of playing and jamming with people, that's even better, because one of the reasons why I was saying I wish I could hear you guys, what y'all were doing, I could feed off of what you're doing, and that's going to trigger something for me. Oh, I didn't even think of it that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to give me more ideas of things I can do. So I encourage you to get out of your practice room, get with some other musicians if you have that option. Where I live at, I don't really have any musicians close to me where I'm at right now. So, I have to wait till I get to church or something like that before I can play with musicians, or wait till I'm recording something and people send me something. Even that is kind of already printed. It's kind of hard to vibe in the moment. So if you have the opportunity to get with other musicians, and shed, for the lack of better words, that's always a great thing to do, because you're going to pull from each thing somebody does. Everybody else thinks different from you, and you need that. You need that different, those different ideas to pull from, to see what you can do. Even if it's just you jamming with a drummer, you jamming with a keyboard player, jamming with somebody other than your own thoughts alone, that will get you so far. But being able to feed off of somebody else will give you something else to work with. All right, so that's it for this video. If you found this helpful, please do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up. Let people know that this is something that they need to be watching on YouTube. Also share this, man. Share this on your platform. Share this on Facebook. Share this with your friends or your bass community that you have, if you thought this video was helpful towards you building a stronger groove and just having a little bit more something other to take it from being just stiff and making it move a little bit more. Also turn on my bell notifications so you know when we're going live and we're doing these videos. I'm dropping a lot of content lately for you guys, so hopefully you're tuned in and you're watching this stuff, because I don't want YouTube to block it because they don't think y'all are interested. So be sure to subscribe if you hadn't already done that. All right, if you want more of this stuff, I had somebody comment on my last video Do you have a school? I don't necessarily have a school per se, but I do have tons of courses and videos where I'm going more in depth and I'm actually teaching and breaking down piece by piece what it is I'm doing, instead of being like this ear training where I'm giving you a little bit. I get more in depth on these lessons on JermaineMorgan.net. So if you've never been there before, Jermaine Morgan, my name, .net. Go there, check out. Be sure to go to my shop page. That way you can see a list of almost every course that I have available. Instead of going through the individual courses one by one, you can see all of the courses and the packages that I have available for you guys for your learning, if that's something you so choose to do. If not, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, for rocking with me, for being a subscriber. We're climbing up the ladder slowly, but I'm grateful for all of you guys who've taken the time to subscribe to this channel and you found value in what I offer to the base community. I really appreciate you. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Thank y'all so much. Take care. Peace.